YouTube. Just wanted to do an update today because I added to my portfolio. I just want to start off by saying that this is not financial advice. You need to do your own due diligence. This is my version of the buy, borrow, die, or be your own bank strategy. So let's start off. So the total market value of my portfolio is $51,906.76. So right now, I'm only using 1.67% of my portfolio. Like I said in previous videos, Robinhood allows you to use the first $1,000 of margin interest-free. I borrowed $865.14 against my portfolio. So I'm using this money at 0% against my own stocks to fund my lifestyle. I'm being my own bank. I don't need to do a credit application. This doesn't show up on any credit report. This doesn't affect my debt to income ratio. This money is essentially invisible to someone that I don't allow to know that it exists. This is where the be your own bank comes in. So I hear a lot of people it's so many different tickers and ETFs that people recommend with this strategy that I don't want to I don't like the dividend version of this one. I don't like the SCHDs and the JEPIs and all of these Yield Max, NEOs, QQQI. Absolutely not. That's ridiculous. Well, I don't see the purpose of capping your upside and permanently for dividends right now. That makes no sense with this strategy to me personally. So a lot of people like VOO or VT. I like VTI. It's the total stock market index of the U.S. And I like VXUS. That's the international, in my opinion, the international version of VTI. And then I got VBIL. Those are T-bills. So how I came up with my strategy, just to give so what I did was I bought bonds first. Now, a lot of people don't like bonds, but I invest all my money. So I use it as an emergency savings. I use it as a savings account. I don't keep no money in my checking account. This is where all my money is. So if you are doing that, in my opinion, I would rather have the first large portion of my portfolio being bonds in case of an emergency. So if something does happen, I get to borrow against myself with lower volatility. So I'm not worried about a margin call. And this is for small accounts, I want to say. If someone's under 30, 25,000, you need to have a good amount of that in VBIL or any T-bill, ETF, SGov, whatever. So when you borrow against yourself, you can keep the loan open a little bit longer if you need to without worrying about a margin call. So I got these numbers pulled up where, this is how I would use one of these AI search engines to see if you would get a margin call. You could just put your exact portfolio in. You can take a screenshot and just screenshot the picture and send it to there. And that's basically what I did. And, I used, of course, they had to use the VTI VXUS position because VBIL doesn't go down. These are my portfolio. This is the versions of my portfolio after a crash. This is the percentage drop. And as you can see, 0% chance of margin call is actually happens. And this is what people fail to realize. They keep thinking margin is you using margin for this, using margin for that. But at this percentage of margin, it's just not possible for me to get a margin call. It's just not possible. And that's what, it's just not possible. Now, if you're using 40 to 50% of your margin, a margin call is more likely, of course. If you're using your margin to dollar cost average down because you don't have actual money, they just say you get paid on the 10th, it's the 4th, the market went down 10%, you got $10,000 in margin average down, and you know that you won't be able to catch it at that price for another who knows how long. So you average down. That's cool, because that's what you want. You want to buy, low and hold, and that increase in market value, you're going to be able to borrow against that tax free. So let's go down here. So as you can see, I got paid. This is my paycheck, right? I'm trying to because this is so simple. This is my paycheck. I deposited it, right? I have a decent amount of withdrawable cash. This is what I took out. This money, they allowed me to purchase new stocks with it. But until it actually deposit, my withdrawable cash won't increase, right? And since I only needed 800, these sub 1,000, I don't have to keep money in the bank, essentially. This allows me to stay 100% invested, compound every single dollar. And the reason I get to compound every single dollar is because this amount, right, is always less than when I get paid. I'm a commercial driver. So when I get paid, I instantly pay this off and invest the difference. And since my withdrawable cash is so high, I can pay the one-time instant transfer fee and pay my bills fairly easily. And I plan to do this, like I said in my last video, for 10 years. And hopefully I get to the goal that I'm trying to get to. But that's pretty much it. A lot of people keep talking about Roth IRAs and 401ks and 453Bs. I'm against all of those things. You can't borrow against them. You can't get a line of credit with them. So I don't see no point in getting them, personally. I plan on managing my money like this, a business, for the foreseeable future in my life, as long as I live, whichever one. But yeah, this is the be your own bank strategy. If you can invest the surplus, get a whole bunch of money piled up, and you able to use your equity under $1,000, or even if it was $1,500, whatever, but your paycheck was going to be more than what you were using the margin, and you always keep investing the difference, you're going to grow your portfolio super quickly. I was able to do all of this in 1 year. So I just want to, I'm going to leave it there. I think I'm going to start making a few more videos, just I'm thinking about going over what VTI is and VXUS and VVIL, and just going to those tickers a little bit more in the future video. But comment, subscribe, and just help me get into the space of the buy, borrow, die / how to be your own bank community.